So you see, this is my website, and let's categorize my life into three different parts. One is where everything related to WAP. Second is where everything related to my projects, which make me money. And third, everything related to my projects, which are my purpose. Now, you just have to memorize the keywords and focus on keywords and not too much into the details because it may be a little overwhelming. I have ADHD, so I organize it to this level of degree. Okay, it just works with me. Now, what I've done is I've made the first level of the funnel as AI WAP because I've created a GPTs that can help you set up a WAP in under 2 minutes. Second, I have something called WAP Club because I noticed a big gap that WAP doesn't have like a community of sorts. It's all like promotional, sales oriented. Third, I have wapindia.com because I noticed that everyone in India is actually the ideal target audience for WAP from the perspective of them saying make money app. Because who has a money problem? Third world countries. Now, why are Indians not jumping on it? Because there's not much awareness. And hence, I want to be the arch, the bridge for WAP to be able to enter into India. And as that happens, I am banking on WAP's branding and marketing. And I am doing the same for WAP right now. Right now, I am investing my resources into enabling WAP the entry into the Indian market. Now, how am I going to do that? For doing that, the last one is WAP Up. WAP Up is basically a top up of WAPs. So you can basically get an entire WAP strategy call with me, 1 hour call. Plus, I will also set up the entire WAP in that call itself. Not just one page, but the entire funnel. Okay. Maximum five page funnel. Okay. This is what you get. And for this, I have like another domain redirecting back called wapfunnels.com and another domain called wapflow.com. Both of them are coming back to WAP Up. I'm not sure which one should be like the main positioning. WAP Up seems like the best and easiest one. It's catchy, but WAP Funnels is the most understanding one. Like it gives the best understanding. And WAP Flow is more like the AI automation workflow kind of a feel. So I have some options there, but yes, I'm not able to decide on that yet. But this is everything related to WAP. And I think you can understand the potential that it holds because WAP is not going to be able to control these domains. I have like literally, I have a domain called WAP dot. Okay. It goes to my WAP. So I have these assets with me. Hence, I'm able to openly share this with everyone because I know they can take it and maybe duplicate it, but it won't be original. And the structure that I have in mind is also like very unique. I will tell you as we go forward. So this is everything about WAP. Now coming to the projects bit of things. Here you will see mostly everything related to the target audience's creators. But these creators are not analytical creators. These are not creators who are scared in life. These are creators who want to express themselves. They're fearless creators, the independent creators, the entrepreneur creators, these kind of creators, right? Not the salesy entrepreneur or not the just for the sake of creating something randomly. I'm creating video. No, I want like someone who's more like conscious creator, aware creator. Okay. And these conscious creators use AI. They learn about like there's a daily drop of a new tool that I learn about in AI Scoop. Not just a tool, it can be news, it can be updates about AI. Then I have AI Party Club. It's very revolutionary in the sense that it's online and offline, but there are a lot of AI integrations online and offline again. There are tools, games, fun, literally fun games that help you collaborate with each other, connect with each other, build a community around AI and creativity. Fusion prompts, which is basically a set of prompts that can be used on any AI platform and will still give you the best results possible. It's not limited to ChatGPT. Most of the prompts are limited to ChatGPT. Agentic Hub, which is a hub where all people can come back who are interested in AI for free. It's a free community. From here, we filter it into Agentic Studio or we filter it into AI creators. Agentic Studio is where we build a done for you AI automation. AI creators is where we teach you how to do that. Creators Club is basically a repository of all the creators in the world. So all of this will be funneled down. I'll show you the funnel very soon and all of this will make sense then. So Creators Club is where everything gets funneled into. And then we have Creators App, which is an extension of Creators Club, which has a very specific use case for marketplace, and for services. And then finally, these two products maybe in the future we'll discuss, not right now, not so important. This is also the vertical, but I have the products ready. It's a little challenging to build it out though, because it's a tricky place to be. It's not a need. Even though it's a need, people don't think it's a need. That's why it's a little difficult to build this. So maybe in the later future stages. But yeah, so far, whatever you saw, I've taken that and I've put it into this kind of a mind map over here. And I'll explain it out very quickly. Creators Club is the central node, which is where I want people to be. This is going to be capturing the highest number of audience. The filtered nodes are WAP Club. Inside of WAP Club, there are different kinds of audiences. People who are interested in WAP and AI, people who are interested in India and WAP, people who are interested in topping up WAPs or like enabling that WAP flow or WAP funnel. So these are the different types of people who are interested. So they're all getting funneled back, but the common interest is WAP. Hence, they're going back to WAP Club. Similarly, now common interest WAP is removed. Common interest is now AI. If AI is a common interest, then you get fusion prompts, you get AI party club, you get AI scoop, which is the news part. You get AI editors.india, which is basically editors in India who use AI. AI coding.com, which is basically coding and developers in India who use coding AI. And then AI creators.in, which is just a redirection of this. I just had a simple domain, so I just purchased it. Now you see in this particular use case, it's an overlap of creators and AI people. Hence, it's all getting funneled into AI creators, but it is still part of creators. Hence, it's Creators Club. In this case, also with WAP, it's still part of creators, so it's Creators Club. Next, Creators App. Creators App is nothing but an extension of Creators Club, a paid extension where you get a marketplace to sell secondhand products and buy secondhand products within creators. Plus, you get brand deals, freelancer deals, and influencer deals. So it can be UGC, it can be brand projects like branding, website, etc., social media, etc. And all of them get to collaborate with each other. And this is all happening through votes. So all of this gets tied back together to the Creators Club, where the entire repository of the entire creators exists, but they're funneled into different parts depending on their needs and their specificities. This is what I want to probably like focus on. And the services side, this is the community side. The services side is the agentic hub. Inside of agentic hub, basically you find founders, creators, people who are not creators in the sense younger people, but older people. These are older, mature people who are not there mainly to make money or fame or something. They're here so that they can establish credibility and scale brands and things like that. So they come here, they either get a done for you automation AI, or if they want, they can also join AI creators to learn how to build all the courses and everything else using AI. So this is the entire system, the entire setup that I'm trying to build. I do not have anyone else except for myself in the team right now. I use something like this to build automations for my clients. I wish to build it for myself, but right now I've exhausted all my budgets. Hence, I'm not able to even do my own AI automations because those tools also need money. I've literally gotten in a debt of around 30 lakh INR, which converts to around 30,000 USD, which is huge in the last 2 years because I was building, I was in that creative, isolated stage, almost like depressed, creative, isolated stage, right? I built all of this out. Now I'm reviving myself. I lost a lot of my weight. I lost all my relationships, but I was okay with it because it's not sad. It's a transformation. It's like that death is important for the new growth. So it was a decision which I was aware of that without shedding this particular life, I cannot move ahead. So my girlfriend left and a lot of things happened, but the real ones stayed. So they will stay even in the future. And I don't have a problem even if they don't. But I built out this system in the meantime. This is my system for AI automations. These are the different tools that I use inside. These are 200 AI agents that can be deployed. These are the different functionalities. These are the different departments like sales and admin, ad marketing, product, back office, customer. And these are the different agents who can use these different tools inside internally, like outbound for LinkedIn, inbound for LinkedIn, Instagram agents. And there are all these different tools you see on the bottom here, right? All of this is automated. Like entire content creation, even video creation, avatar creation is all automated. So we have all of that capability with us. And these are all custom made. These are not like generic ones. You can't just find them. These are some of the examples of how the flows look. I have the entire roadmap ready on how to build and deploy it. I charge around $5,000 to $10,000 right now, but I know people who charge 25,000, 50,000, even 100K USD for setting these kind of solutions, custom ones. I'm not that confident yet, hence I don't want to charge so much, because if things go bad, how will I recover the money? What if I take 100K and I spend it and I don't build it properly and they're like, give it back, and I'm like, shit, what did I do? So instead of that, I'm like, okay, 5K, 10K, we can do it. So let's start there. I spoke to one person who came to me looking at my one YouTube video. I make a lot of YouTube videos nowadays. Just like how we are talking, I record it. This becomes a real video. I remove you. If you give me permission, I put you also. But if not, then I remove you. And once I remove you, I keep only my parts on it. And that gets me more clients. This is all happening using AI tools. Riverside is having like an AI producer in the back. So yeah, this is what there is, bro. Now you tell me, what can you help me with? What are you expecting? Yeah. Creators app and Creators Club. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wanted to show you something real quick. What you said has been already implemented in the backend. So I know, okay, first question. I have a few questions. These are important because it will help me gauge and understand where you stand in terms of experience as well, so that I can meet you there and speak your language. Okay. First question: how long have you been using WAP? Your capability to understand WAP as a solution. If you're new here, then whatever I showed you might not really make sense, because the nitty gritties inside WAP are different. I can bet my life, if you have been here just a week ago or something, you do not understand what I'm going to explain to you. Okay. I'm so sure about it. So I'll tell you, there are some things inside. The kind of things that I implement are very unique. My mind works in a different way. It's a gift. So I come up with like weird things. So let me show you what I've done. You see, inside of chat channels, you have something which allows you to add this chat channel to other WAPs inside. Correct? Now, that's not limited to just chat, that's also extended to other elements inside this, everything. So what I've done is I've funneled my community in a way of sorts over here. I didn't show you the, see, I'm very focused, bro. I know that it does not seem like that because general people who might not have ADHD cannot understand it. My brain functions at that speed and that capacity. So I cannot stop it. I'll feel depressed if I stop it. So I have all of these different Instagram channels just so that I block them. But my focus is only on one channel here, Branding Bump, India WAP, and WAP Club. That's it. These are the only three that my focus is on. And you see, it's only on WAP. It's not on anything else. So that also I'm aware of. Okay. Now, if you see, this is the funnel that I've created inside. There are only three lines in this funnel. If you are able to see that, this is line one on the top. This is the top of the funnel. This is line two, which is middle of the funnel. And this is line three, which is bottom of the funnel. Okay. This funnel is not just top to bottom. This is also left to right. I don't use a generic funnel which people see in a day to day life. This funnel is both ways, meaning in this way, it's a pipeline, but in this way, it's a funnel. Okay. Now, what's happening is, you see, this is AI WAP. All you need to do to understand whatever I'm going to show you right now is just see the banners on top. Don't focus on anything else. You will be clear. Okay. AI WAP, WAP Club India, WAP Club, and WAP Up. Cool. Now, those things make much more sense. What's happening, how the jump is happening. This is where the max number of people will be. This is where medium number of people. This is where AI related people will be. But am I managing all of these different channels separately, or am I going into just one chat? Let's say I'm going to WAP builders or make money using WAP. Let's say, okay, this make money using WAP is common in all the three. Like that, I have some chats which are common. I'm not going to go and manage 10 different places, 10 different things. I'm going to talk to this one target audience of mine, and I've interconnected it in such a way that only these chat channels will get that kind of message. So I'm talking only to three types of people. One are WAP people. Two are creative people, visually creative people. Three are brands and startup people. not corporate people, not big companies, brands. These are my only three people that I talk to. I'm very clear on this. I'm just giving them places to jump into my funnel. I'm not even managing these funnels because AI is automating everything. All I am doing is in today, my calendar, I have to build something about AI prompting. I will put on Instagram a collab video with Branding Bump and Fusion Prompts. On Fusion Prompts, everything is set up to sell that. It will take care of it. Okay. So if you see in the mid level, everything is about AI. So the start of the funnel is AI scoop. What do you get here? Latest AI tools every day, private beta access to exclusive launches, no fluff, no spam, instant network of future builders, AI hackathons, etc., etc. So this becomes like everything about AI. This moves into Fusion Prompts, which is a small paid product. Since it's a paid product, I have like multiple offers going on in different directions. How is that happening? That's happening through, you see that upsell, not just the upsell, like there's this just below upsell, there are other WAPs you can show at the time of checkout. I've very carefully selected the WAPs that will actually make sense to be purchased with this WAP. These arrows are actually conveying those directions. Yeah, that is what this connection is representing, by the way. These arrows are showing where the bump is happening for what. Okay. Until now, the problem with me, like the problem that I was facing is I had to do this pipeline movement, right? This left to right movement. Now I don't have to do left to right movement because I can have just one and I can lock. Just a sec. Yeah. I can just lock. That was a crash because cache memory, because a lot of images, right? Heavy images. These are now reloading on the back end. But yeah, so what I was saying is, now since that lockout feature and upsell feature has come directly inside of WAP, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the video sales letter in the upsell, and in the upsell only I will add these locks. What I was doing is this locks some access and this gives access to that. Whatever is in this, you get in this anyways. And now the last one is basically your AI creator people. So these are the three people I was talking about, right? So in this, you see AI creator. This is all about learning. The middle one is all about I'm trying to push them to this last. In the last, what am I doing? I am like, you know what? Buy this agentic studio from me. In this agentic studio, I'll do a setup for you. A one-time fee plus some recurring fee for the maintenance. In the top one, I'm pushing them into WAP up, set up a WAP through my help. And in the last one, I'm pushing them into Creators Club and Creators App. That's it. These are the only three people. These are the only three things that I'm selling. It might look like I have some 25 things going on. Yeah. But actually, there are, one is the learning part of how you implement AI tools in improving your creativity. One is how do you use um, AI in your business to grow it. And the last one is how do you use WAP to make money? And all of these three people are in a way interconnected if you see. Okay, I'm targeting only one type of person. It's the visionary, the creator, the entrepreneur, the founder. These are all actually creators only. So my only target audience is creators. That is why my major funnel diversion is happening at Creators Club, because the number of creators are so many. There are many more. There are interior designers, for example. There are proper, like, I don't even know, like, there's so many types of creators, right? So I'm not even accounting for all of them. Let's say CAD developers, 3D designers, developers. I don't even know about anything about them. I know about editors, I know about website developers, and I know about basic AI and stuff, automations. I'm just catering to what I know. With time, maybe we'll scale. And also, the fun part to all of this is I am not going to be taking care of operations or community management for any of these verticals or WAPs. What I will be doing is I will be deploying real human beings as CEOs for each of the companies, major verticals. That CEO will have to pay me a upfront deposit of $10,000. After they stick around for 1 year, for that 1 year they will be getting paid. Obviously the payment will be $5,000. Okay, they have paid a $10,000, so effectively they have paid like $5,000 as a deposit. That's non-refundable. That 5,000, other $5,000 is basically a salary they're paying to themselves, but over 1 year, because they need to understand how to pay themselves as an entrepreneur. They start building these solutions, taking care of operations using my help, I being the coach and the guide and the director. They take the AI solutions that I help them with, enable them with, and they start running these different solutions. Every year that they stick with the company, they build equity. Every 5 years, they add double the equity. So that's basically like first year when they start off with 3% equity. But the condition is you have to stick for 1 year in order for you to actually get that equity. Okay. $5,000 you can't refund. 5,000 if you say like I'm leaving, I can't do this. You take 5,000 back and you go. Your salary you take back. Okay. But if you stick for the entire 1 year, you also get an additional bonus of $1,000. What am I doing here? You're able to understand what I'm doing. I'm teaching them AI. I'm teaching them entrepreneurship. I'm teaching them creativity, creative problem solving, creatorpreneurship in a way, content creation and everything else that's included, personal branding and everything else, right? And I'm giving them a pre-built, proven framework and a business model. All they have to do is run with it. If they're successful in running with it, with time, they're going to actually make it their own. So they started with 3%. Now let's say they stuck with it for 5 years. So that'll be how much? Three every year it increases by 1% by every year. Okay. So 5 years. So that's 8%, right? So at the end of, yeah, 8% in total. But at the end of 5 years, they get an additional bonus of 4%, which is half of eight. Okay. But the condition is they have to stick for 5 years. So effectively, yeah. What I'm trying to do is I'm building a gamified, and WAP is the best solution for this because it gives you leaderboards, it gives you tracking, it gives you voting, it gives you polls, it gives you community, it gives you education, it gives you everything, right? All in one. It's almost like it got manifested for me because if I were to build a solution for myself like this, I had to build a WAP. Now all I have to do is bank upon WAP. It's in the early stages. It has come to me at the right time. I have the right domains. It brings me a lot of traffic every month. The challenges I'm facing is I need a setter closer and I need a community manager. Who is the one who wants UGC? A direct to consumer brand, right? So I just onboard UGC creators and I tell them that I will pay you $3 per 1,000 views. In India, that's a lot. Even $2 for 1,000 views is like massive. Okay. And we make it like closed. And I make sure that I bring the creators. I already have 100 creators with me. Cumulatively, they might have a total following of 50 million. Okay. Because a few of them have like 10 million and all that. So collectively, okay, let's say that might be a little far fetched because even I am not able to believe it, even though I know the numbers. Still, let's say all of them don't come on board. I myself have had 10 million views on multiple videos of mine. Okay. Because I have gotten that result, I can clearly show that I can get you the results. Exactly. I just need to onboard these D2C brands and I need you to help me with onboarding these D2C brands. I want to charge them per campaign a fixed fee for setup. After that, I'll give them one community manager. The campaign duration will be, let's say, 1 month. The fixed fee will be, let's say, $1,000. Just a number. Right now, it's a random number. Okay, we'll see how much demand we get. Based on this, they set, or maybe it can be flexible based on the campaign fee. Let's say if they're willing to pay out creators $25,000 in rewards. So then we maybe charge $5,000, depending on whatever is the best possible scenario. We do that and we set the right community managers and we handle the campaign for them. And we use WAP as the central mechanism for handling this. And we stay in the limelight because we are teaching creators, we are enabling creators, we have the creators, we do podcasts with them. We keep on adding more creators, more creators, more creators. But that is the easy part. That's the free part. The part where we make money is the brands, and we give them an army of these UGC creators that we have trained and deployed. Not every creator gets to work with the brand. It's only the creators who have gone through our training programs so that we maintain quality. Maybe there are some brands that are cheaper, so we give like a cheaper offer to them that okay, 999, $997, you get to work with all kinds of creators. So the quality control is not very specific. But you pay, let's say, $5,000. We will give you selected high quality, niche specific chat groups. You can go inside that niche specific chat group. You can make a niche specific content reward. You can pay a higher payout. Because there's a higher payout, even the creator is paying higher fee to enter inside. So it's like filtration basically. This is the future, because as AI content increases in volume, people will seek more UGC content and creative UGC content. At that time, the value of WAP will scale even more, because you can put parameters and requirements like it can't be AI, it can't be in this country, etc., etc. Because of all of this, like the value, it just multiplies the value. Okay. And if the model works out, then replicate the same model for all different countries and just have agencies all over the world only for D2C brands, coaches, these kind of people who want, like, come on board, create UGC, scale my brand and give me. Otherwise, there's no value. For me, the key value is in that. I can direct you so as to who are the brands we would love to reach out, which niche, which category, etc. But outreach too close. Now, if you don't want to be a close but a setter, that's fine in this case, because I know that for a fact that I can close. There are two ways to look at this problem, by the way. I will be clear about it. There's an opportunity since you carry the accent which kind of Dubai people have. Okay. There's a benefit there. We can either target the Dubai market for this, or we can target the Indian market for this. In India, you will get a lot of volume. But if you get a D2C brand that's a foreign brand in India, you will get more money. So try to think of Dubai brands operating in India or selling in India. These are very important, very specific key informations I'm sharing with you, because these will completely change the trajectory of the amount that you can command, right? That's a difference between you being able to charge, let's say, $10,000 per campaign as your fee, rather than charging maybe $1,000 in comparison to an Indian for the same thing. Because there's at least 5 times drop in India, 5 times at least minimum. How did I come up to that number? I came up with that number because of a McDonald's burger. Yeah. I saw the price of a McDonald's burger in the US. I converted it into INR. And I saw the price of a burger in India. I saw the difference of the same burger. It was 5 times. So I understood that a person who's willing to pay this much in the US for a burger, that same person, if it was an Indian person, would be willing to pay this much. So my calculations are according to that. So I know that if an Indian is willing to pay 200K for a website, an American would be willing to pay 1 million. Now, once I have that number, I reverse engineer it into dollars. So, what is a million rupees in dollars? That's close to about, let's say, 9K USD is actually how much I would charge a US client. So, the math is fitting well. And that's how I knew. Then I went into purchase parity power. There are countries with purchase parity power, and I saw their algorithm by default does not do a 1/5, which would be too much for them because they can't sustain their business then. So what they did is 1/3 or 30%. So what they do is, if it's $10,000 in the US, it's 3,000 or $3,500 in the India. I'm doing 5 times, which is a little too much on the higher end. But now this gives me a range that $1,500 to $5,000 is a sweet spot. So I can narrow it down to $3,000 or maybe $2,500. Now I know that for a fact that 200K INR is the right amount to charge an Indian for the same product that I would charge $10,000 to an American. American and Dubai, not much difference. Little bit. Let's say we say a difference of 4:5. That's it. They're willing to give that much money. So if it's a Dubai person, maybe you charge $8,000-9,000, not 10,000. But if you give them results, they are the same ones who will give $20,000. A US guy will still give you 10,000 only. So that's a benefit. So my question is, what do we want to enable and for who? Do we want to go for the masses and invest our resources in training them because these influencers will need training? Or do we invest our resources in bringing the Dubai people on board, which will be a little difficult to bypass because they'll have like a lot of barriers to entry. You can't just directly get to talk to anyone and everyone. So that's what I see. It's that difficult to reach to them. No? It's that difficult to reach to them. If you have the right contacts, it's easy. Otherwise, no. Direct reach is very difficult. It always is through. So you'll have to formulate a strategy where you'll have to bring innovative thinking, like creative problem solving. Like, for example, You have to find out spots where these influencers will be visiting. Because, see, I'll tell you, it does not necessarily have to be a D2C person that will buy. It can be anyone who benefits from UGC. Who are the people who benefit from UGC? They're always going to be creators only, but higher level creators. The higher level creators can be of varied types. What are those varied types? Startup founder, he has a personal brand. Influencer, he has a personal brand, he or she, whoever. What will these people do later? They'll create their products. So they want UGC anyways, right? If today, as a smaller creator, I am talking about you and you are a bigger creator, I'm still benefited because of that. If you are selling anything, you will get your benefit. Correct? That is clear. So even if we are reaching out to, let's say, a celebrity, that also works, but they should have a product. They should always have a product. That is a condition. And that product should be a branded product. It can be personal branded product or it can be a physical product. It cannot be a company, it cannot be a startup, it cannot be like corporatish, because that will go against the culture that we are trying to create. Yeah, absolutely. I'm anyways in the summary part of this. If you can just remind me why I came up with the, sometimes I lose track because of my ADHD, but why did I come up with this celebrity or influencer? Why did I divert? Okay, I was talking about the different hacks through which we can attract the people who will pay for campaigns. So how this works is, it's a game of status, it's a game of influence, it's a game of connection. Agreed? So far with me? So if you reach out to high status influencers and run campaigns for them first, they come on board. Okay? You run campaigns for them for free. Let the budget be handled by them, but campaign is handled for free. The smaller creators become their army, and now they feel empowered, and now they are willing to pay the premium for the premium brand package deals. At this point, we have the leverage that we have the right people with us. At this point, anyone we reach out to, we show the portfolio that we already have these people, right? And then they're like, yeah, we don't even have to reach out to anyone, because we are like, hey, influencer, just make one video, I want this brand. No problem, no problem. You see the potential and opportunity? You see the potential and opportunity? Yeah, absolutely we should. Absolutely we should. I'm just trying to summarize, because otherwise my brain will not shut down. I can't leave open loops. I need summaries at the end. So, what's your current thought? What do you think will happen tomorrow? What do you have in mind for the discussion? What do you think is going to happen in that call? Like, what are we going to talk about? Very vague. The sentence has to be a little bit more accurate. That will just complicate the problem even further, because I'm already in those questions. I don't want answers to those questions, neither do I. It's not like, what will happen is, if we talk about it, it's like you question, I question, and we are like having more questions. I don't want that. I want answers. The answers that I want are: one, what is the fee that you want for being a setter or closer, or what is the role that you want, first and foremost? Second, what's the fee that you want percentage wise? Third, what's your game plan to actually onboard these people? Who are the people to onboard first, and in which place? Like, going with quantity first in India or going with quality first in, let's say, Dubai? Optional. These are few things that I would like clarity upon, that would make tomorrow's call much more valuable and direction oriented, because I gave you a lot of information today and I know that this is going to be overwhelming. I know it. Yeah, yeah. More than understanding, it's about comprehension and then simplification. Understanding is one part, but able to understand the context, analyze things, and then produce some value out of it, that is the more important factor. That is where most people lack. So, in order for me to understand that comprehension bit, this will help me. I will know what is your expectation already, and I will know whether we can align or not. Cool. Take your time. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at, just to give you some clarity already, I'm looking at anywhere in the market standard rates. So I have heard that a very good closer can earn up to 25%. And I've heard that a very good setter can earn up to 15%. Now, the up to is very important here, because that up to is defined by the amount of mind space you help me clear up for myself. If you take 25% off my load, I don't mind paying you 25%. So I justify it based on that. So keep that in mind whenever you're coming up with any percentages. I will then have those expectations off of you. And if I see any level of unfairness, I will obviously put counter balances in everything. But if I see any kind of unfairness, two warnings and tata bye bye after that. So all of this is very important for you to know right now, so that you invest your time and energy accordingly. Just trying to save that. Okay, that's it from my side. Cool, done. Make it something solid. Try to give me like a few examples for my use case itself, based on whatever you explain something. You give some examples of that. Yeah. So I know, like, okay, I can judge. Okay, if this guy implemented this, this is how he'll implement it or not. Like, what is the style? Based on that, I'll know. Okay, whether he matches my style or not, and then I can decide.